welcome back to the Media Men. I'm your host, Grant, and I'm here with my co-host,
Ben.
How you doing, Ben?
I'm pretty good. Work's been kicking my butt, but that's okay.
I know, I saw that pool almost went through that neighbor's house.
Yeah, it's scary, but it's okay. Everything's okay. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Fine. No holes were.
The only hole that was made was that hole for the pool.
Yeah, but that was like Monday.
Well, alright, so hey everybody. Today, the movie we're going to be reviewing is Labyrinth.
The LSD trip in film.
Now, I've always heard about this movie, but I never watched it until just now.
Yeah. What were your initial thoughts?
Confusing.
How so?
As in it just didn't make like the intro of the movie and the ending of the movie didn't make a whole lot of sense. But let's get into that later. Let's read like that promotional stuff. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. So, this is the promotional stuff that's usually found in the back of DVD boxes and movie boxes. So here we go, everybody. Journey into the fantastical world of Labyrinth. It's all in capitals. I don't know why.
All right. You need to tell me twice.
Starring David Bowie and a cast of incredible creatures created by Jim Henson and produced by the master of myth, George Lucas. Frustrated with babysitting on yet another weekend night, Sarah, a teenager with an active imagination, summons the goblins from her favorite book, Labyrinth!
Ew.
To take her baby stepbrother away. When little Toby actually disappears, Sarah must follow him into the world of the fairy tale to rescue him from the wicked Goblin King. Everything's like in like exclamation points and caps and capitals. I don't know why. It's really weird. Guarding his castle is the labyrinth itself, a twisted maze of deception, populated with outrageous characters and unknown dangers. To get through it in time to save Toby, Sarah will have to outwit the king by befriending the very goblins who protect him, in hopes that their loyalty isn't just another illusion in a place where nothing is as it seems. And there's another exclamation point at the end of that too.
Okay.
Why is there so why do they want why is they always screaming at us in this description?
It might have something to do with David Bowie. I'm not so sure. David Bowie's a weird man. Let me tell you that.
Oh yeah. I know like a handful of his songs, but like the some I know are just really weird, like what he sings about.
Yeah, but I mean, shoot, dude's a star.
Yeah, he is. He's a was it is he oh, did he do the Spaceman song or whatever?
Space Oddity?
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's just like this is ground control to Major Tom or whatever, that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what else he did?
I don't know a lot of his songs off the top of my head. If you say it, I probably will know.
You're. He did Under Pressure with Freddie Mercury.
Under pressure.
I can't
I didn't
believe
know.
you didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. I just know Under Pressure is a Queen song. I didn't know it. Like, did he like sing in it? Was he a featuring artist with him?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's the guy that starts singing. It's the terror of knowing what this world is about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, I actually really liked him in this movie. He wasn't too bad.
he was mysterious and okay. Let's take a minute and talk about that wardrobe. Let's let's also take a minute and talk about the lower portion of the wardrobe.
I don't know what those pants he was wearing and those boots.
Okay, so the pants specifically. I was reading something just tonight and it was saying that the bulge in David Bowie's spandex pants was 100% intentional. They were going for that. I don't know why they were going for it. Why they were like what was the purpose of having the bulge?
Maybe to kind of imply, like maybe to like imply, make him more like of a wacky character, maybe.
By giving him a large penis?
Yes,
What?
Ben.
I don't understand at all. It makes me confused.
Do you feel funny inside, Ben? Are you
Yeah,
confused?
it I don't understand what it's for, why it's there, and who asked for it.
Obviously, David Bowie must have asked for it.
I don't even think so. I don't even think he asked for it. Somebody did. I don't know who. But
All right, well, since we're kind of talking about some little fun facts there, let's get into some of the fun facts that I've got. Are you ready?
yes, sir.
All right, so fun fact number one: producer George Lucas chose not to do any interviews during the release of this movie as to not steal Jim Henson's thunder, who was at the time one of his best friends until his death.
Something to add on the end of that is this is the last film that Jim Henson worked on before he died.
Well, it was the last one he directed.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Sorry.
This was the last one he directed, and yeah, I actually there's a huge video series on you like oh, what's it called, like a it's video journalism, I guess, or I don't remember what it's called. There's a term for it where a video essay series that this guy does on YouTube. He did like a 4-part video essay about Jim Henson, and I highly recommend that you guys go check him out.
It
I
sounds,
think I think it was through like Defunct TV. I think that's the channel name, or Defunct at least.
huh. I've never
Highly recommend go watching it. Sorry, what then?
I've never heard of that.
Oh, you should check him out when you're done with this. The guy, he talks about a bunch of old TV shows that like he talks about like a bunch of old TV shows. He talks about like theme parks, like Disney theme parks that like were around for a bit and then died off. It's actually really cool. I love his videos.
Interessante.
But honestly though, like going back to the fun fact, I knew Jim Henson worked on this film. Like I knew that before watching it. I didn't know George Lucas had a hand in this movie at all.
Well, it's very Dark Crystal-y, and I mean, shoot, Jim Henson and uh, George Lucas were working on pretty much everything together.
Yeah, they did do all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, they were a pretty big dynamic duo when it came to filmmaking, and they always put out hangers.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
All right. Fun fact number two. And this fun fact was actually really interesting to me because, like, well, I guess I'll read it here. Uh, the owl in the title sequence is computer generated. The first attempt at a photorealistic CGI animal character in a feature film.
First ever?
First attempt. So I guess, yeah, first ever.
Huh.
And see, I noticed that right away because this movie was made in what, 1986 or 85?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I want to say it was 1986. But the crazy thing is, like, yeah, it's 1986. The crazy thing is, like, that was like really good, like CGI for that movie. Like that was crazy
Yeah.
because I saw that and I was like, dang, I didn't know there was CGI in this movie, 1980s.
Yeah, it was like 10 seconds worth, but yeah, it was super super good for when it came out.
Oh yeah, I thought that was fantastic, that CGI.
The stepmom in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, okay, yeah. What about her? What fun fact about her?
So she is what I don't know if she did it before or after this movie, but her big shoot to fame was playing Barb Leahy in Trailer Park Boys, the widely successful TV series uh, produced in Canada.
Wait, the stepmom in this movie plays a character in Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I was very surprised because these are two, well, I guess they're not very different roles, but they're two very different movies slash whatever.
Y- yeah. Well, I mean, she's not going to stick to the same role after what 40 years ago?
Yeah, but it's amazing that she she had something before that. I thought Trailer Park Boys was her only one and only thing. I mean, it's Trailer Park Boys is most of the character, like most of the actors and actresses, one and only thing
Mhm.
that they're known for, at least. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't want to discredit them or make them seem like they don't do anything.
All right. Fun fact number 3. In the scene where Toby is seated on Goblin King Jareth's lap, the baby has a fixed and hypnotized look off camera as Jareth murmurs evilly into his ear. In fact, Toby screamed so much during the many takes of this scene that something had to be done to keep him quiet. Fortunately, a crew member had a glove puppet Sudi for the duration of Jareth's speech. David Bowie had the Sudi puppet on one hand out of the shot, gently wiggling it to distract Toby. The child was entranced, hence the hypnotic stare and the perfect silence.
Ooh, I mean, I love me some good sock puppets.
Dude, that was one thing that like really pissed me off, at least in the beginning of the movie. Like Toby's like just screaming. He
Yeah,
just would not shut up.
he was extremely annoying. I did not like the baby.
I mean, I'm not gonna blame him because like working with babies must be so freaking hard.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not gonna blame the baby for crying while trying to make a freaking movie. Like that must be really stressful on the baby himself too.
David Bowie's scary.
What do you mean? David Bowie kept the baby quiet.
No, but you look at him as when you're a child, that man is scary.
Yeah, he did look. I guess like if I was like the age of like 5 or under, I would think David Bowie looked really creepy in that movie.
Like looking at him as somewhat of an adult, like you're just sitting there thinking, okay, he's just really weird. But
Yeah.
as a kid, like I'd probably have nightmares. The dude was something else.
I wonder if that actor like has like nightmares like of like that filmmaking like subconsciously.
I know that he's a puppet maker now.
Oh, he is. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think the baby was the son of the costume designer, the man who designed the bulge.
The bulge.
Don't know anything else about him.
Ah, okay. That's fine. All right. Fun fact number 4. Michael Jackson, Prince, and Mick Jagger were considered to play the Goblin King Jareth. Jim Henson preferred Sting until his kids convinced him that David Bowie, who had reached his peak of mainstream popularity with the Let's Dance album, would be best suited to do it. Bowie wanted to make a children's movie, liked the concept, and found the script funnier and more amusing than many other contemporary special effect movies.
I could totally imagine David Bowie just sitting there looking at the script and just going, ah, ha, 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 marvelous. I or something like that along those lines. Something really weird.
I think why David Bowie loved the script so much is because it just like meshed with how he as a person was.
Yeah, it was very his style.
Very weird, wacky sort of thing, like out of this world fantasy esque.
Makes you think. I think that's one of David Bowie's main like dicks. He wants to make you think.
Yeah, I could see that. But let's take into other considerations the other 4. How do you think Michael Jackson would have been as the Goblin King?
Well, you also have to take into consideration, were they willing to write? Because David Bowie wrote all of the music in this movie.
Well, I would think Michael Jackson would totally do it.
But how
Michael Jackson hands down would have wrote music for this movie because he's done similar things like this before.
yes, but would it have still been? I don't know if I want to say would it still have been the same, but would it still have been Labyrinth really? Because Labyrinth are long and mysterious and unending. David Bowie's pretty long and mysterious.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Michael Jackson would have definitely wrote music for this movie, but I don't. I mean, you do bring up a good point. Like, I guess the style. None of these other singers. Although I don't really know that much about Sting, but like all the other three singers don't feel like they have that kind of fantasy s sort of vibe to them,
Yeah,
or like mysterious vibe to them.
yeah. David Bowie it really is the only person that could have done it as well as he did.
Well, that's why they hired the guy, right?
Exactly.
All right. The final fun fact. Monty Python member Terry Jones wrote the first draft of the script for the movie. Jim Henson then let others rewrite Jones' draft. At the end of that process, Henson went back to Jones saying the script had lost its humor and asked Jones to put the jokes back in. Jones then tried to pull it back to his original version, but had to retain some of the different directions the script had taken. By that point, Jones' biggest problem with the final draft was that the center of the labyrinth was shown before Sarah got there.
Was it really?
I guess. What was the center? I don't remember.
I think it might have been
Was that when they were like in the tunnels and then they popped out?
with Hoggle and Sarah.
Yeah, like they were in the tunnels and Jareth sent the tunnel cleaner after them.
No, I think that was on the way to the center.
What was the center then?
I think it just might have been the cast or Goblin City, whatever.
I thought the Goblin City was at the other end of the labyrinth.
You see, that's where it gets confusing because typically it would have been the center, but because of the definition of labyrinth and a never-ending mystery, never-ending twists and turns.
Huh.
The Although this movie did not seem to end, it still had more of a maze feeling, I guess.
Yeah. I don't even remember what the center of the labyrinth was.
And having the castle at the very end would seem kind of contradictory to the point that they wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, the script. I don't know. Again, like I don't know how I feel about this movie. The script was okay. I guess.
Yeah, it was very all over the place, pretty convoluted.
Yeah.
Like I think they were really going for the fact that it's the journey and not the destination.
Yeah. Just like your hint from last week. You see, like your hint was like it's not about the journey, it's about the destination, and I was like, is it a never-ending story?
Oh, I guess I didn't say that. I
Yeah.
I, I totally forgot about that and just remembered dance magic, dance magic.
All right. So finally, let's look at these box office numbers. So the movie cost 25 million to make. You multiply that by 2 to get a total of 50 million. The movie only made $12.9 million in the box office. So that leaves us with a net loss of $37.1 million.
Yeah, it flopped hard.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Those numbers hurt to look at.
It's not a bad movie though. It's just really, really, really weird.
Yeah. All right. So now, Ben, let's talk about this freaking movie. Let's get into this thing now.
All right. What was your favorite? We'll do favorite and then least.
Okay, so what was my favorite scene?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. My favorite scene. Okay, my favorite scene I hate but love at the same time was the Chili Down song.
Huh?
When she's just walking through like the forest and then all of a suddenly the like the red guys, like the red like bird dudes,
Yeah.
like Chili Down with the fire gang, hands up with the fire gang, those guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now now I thought it was like I thought it was cool because of like everything that they did with the puppets. Like
Yeah, the puppets
that
were
was really cool.
awesome. Apparently, oh, I have a fact. I have a thing about them, but just keep going while I look at that.
But like what they did with those puppets in that scene was really cool. Like how they were like able to like to toss the heads around and the thing that I hate about it was that you could totally tell that that was shot on a green screen.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that was rough.
and it didn't really have any point to it.
Okay, listen. She was walking, and then all of a sudden, they just broke out into song and dance. I was like, "What the hell's happening?"
Yeah, it
And then they started chasing her for some reason.
it did not it did not make any sense why they had that scene.
I know. I was really confused when watching that part. I was like, "What the hell happened? Did I miss something?"
I guess I can't find that fact, but oh
All
well.
right, Ben. What was your favorite scene then in the movie?
My favorite scene ever since I was a little kid watching this movie, my favorite scene was the helping hands scene. You remember that?
Not the top of my head.
With where she's at crossroads between these two doors where like one
Oh,
door lies, one door tells the truth type thing.
oh, that was pretty funny.
And then she goes through one door and then she falls through a tunnel and then the helping hands are like uh, they make these hands, and it's just hands with latex gloves on them. They ask her whether she wants to go up or go down, and I would try and recreate the faces that they would make with the hands. Like pause the movie and just be like contorting my hands in every sort of way, trying to get it to work. But they use like 4 or 5, up to 6 hands for each face. So like I wasn't gonna get it. Didn't mean I wasn't gonna try.
Yeah, I didn't notice the hands honestly the first time I watched through it. I do remember her asking to go up or down. Then she said something like weird, but she didn't mean it. But they ended up sending her down.
Well, what she said was, "Well, I guess I'm heading there anyways, so I guess I'll go down." And
Oh
I thought it was super cool and ominous that the one hand started speaking and going, "Oh, you know what that means? She's going down." Or something.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that part.
That was awesome. I loved that.
All right, Ben. So then I guess since we'll flip flop now, what was your least favorite scene then?
My least favorite, I would have to say it's it's a tie between the starting scene with the crying baby or the weird getting down with the gang guys.
Oh, the fire gang.
Yeah.
The
I was just frustrated because it had no point. The puppets were cool and everything. I was just like, why are they singing and dancing right now? What point guys serve?
I love how your least favorite scene was like my favorite scene.
It didn't make sense to me.
In the plot wise, it made no sense, but as a scene itself, it was really cool.
Yeah, if I tied it together, it would not be my least favorite scene. So it's not. If but they didn't tie it together, so it's not my favorite.
My least favorite scene is also that beginning part where Toby is just crying and will not shut up. God, that was pissing me off so much.
Yeah.
And also I didn't really like or really understand the ending bit where David Bowie is just kind of wandering around on like the staircases or whatever.
It was like I think the castle is supposed to be like labyrinth like.
Always changing.
Yeah, and really confusing, convoluted. So I think that's where a lot of movies such as Harry Potter got their stairway scene.
Well, the stairway itself, it's from that painting, like the never-ending staircase or whatever.
Oh, I probably seen it, but I don't know it.
You you haven't seen that like picture or whatever?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, let's see if I can find it. I want to drop it. I'll drop it in our Discord for you because yeah, here it is. It's something like this guy. So then you can like see what I'm talking about. Come on now, you. Whoop! Oh no, I can't drop it in. Oh, okay, well whatever. Yeah, it's just like it's a painting from like a long time ago. It's just a bunch of staircases just going whatever which way.
Hmm. Okay. All right. All right.
Like lots of TV shows, movies, like parody that scene, that painting a lot.
Okay. So it's not just a whatever thing. Okay.
No, 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 yeah. But I didn't really understand that whole bit there either, like what was going on.
Well, it was also a whole thing because throughout the story was that the Goblin King loved Sarah.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I was kind of getting that vibe, but I wasn't 100% sure.
so in the whole thing is one of Sarah's play. I don't know if she performs it for the school or if it's just a made up play that she whatever or if it's a story.
It sounds like it's her favorite book that they were doing a play for at school that she was like practicing for.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting from the beginning of the movie.
So the story is that the Goblin King had been watching Sarah, fallen in love with her, and ended up doing everything she wanted. He got rid of the baby for her. He took her to Goblin City, did whatever, all for her.
I do remember him saying that. It's like, I did all this for you, Sarah.
Yeah, and she was just like, nope, not satisfied. Want to do?
Boy, she be hanging out my boy David Bowie. You can't do that to him.
She was like
Boy
12.
be, boy be simping for her hard, and she just be tagging it, like trailing him along.
He was like 30, and she was like 15. 15. Snatches. And you like 30-year-old dude that snatches your baby stepbrother when you're 15. I don't know about you, but I would not be too impressed.
Boy was simping hard for her. And then he gets denied at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was. The story is really weird, and what they were going for, not exactly portray in the movie.
No, no, and that's something I want to talk. That's something I want to talk about here. Okay, okay. The movie. What? What was? What? I mean, so she does this. So she does this thing or whatever. Like, oh, she comes back home. Gotta watch baby brother. Blah 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 blah. Then she asks for the Goblin King to come take the kid. Okay, fine. But when he shows up to take the kid, like I feel like in like movies nowadays or whatever, or at least I guess like maybe better movies. I don't know how to phrase it, but in other movies, the characters are just like, wait, oh my god, who are you? It's like I'm the Goblin King. Wait, you're the Goblin King? But it's like she already like knew who he was like when he showed up.
Yeah, there was no real introduction to anyone other than the little tag along characters.
But I didn't get like it felt like Sarah already like knew everything. Like she didn't have a sort of like what's this stuff? Like what is this place? Like where am I? Like what is this? Or she didn't seem to question anything at all. She like when she ended up going to the land of the labyrinth or whatever, she's like, "Oh, guess I'm here now. I better go through the maze." She wasn't like, "Oh my god, what is this mystical, magical world I'm in?"
And I think part of the ending of it was that, oh, it was all a dream and she just woke up. It was a dream that gobbling in her brain or something, so she knew what was going on the whole time or something or other.
Yeah. Well, it's like how the movie ended was also really weird too. Where it's like, should you need us, we'll be waiting or whatever. And she's like, but I'm always gonna need you. And then they have a big party in her room. Like, what?
Yeah, I
What? But I thought this was all. I mean, it's like I thought this was like kind of real, but then it's like it's all in her imagination.
I think part of the plot is that they're some of her stuffed animals or something.
Well, I'm not sure about that either because it sounds like all of her like bears or whatever were like knights of the round table. It sounded like.
Um, her.
Also, I want to say Sarah is a bitch. All right, I hate her.
Yeah,
I hate her.
she was a little brat, little turd muffin.
She was. I hate my brother. Take him away from me. And then, like, she was always just bratty. Just a pain every time. She's like, I want this. Why are you doing this?
Not fair. It's not fair. That was her big thing. It's not fair.
Yeah, I know. She was just so annoying. God.
Yeah. Not a good character, I should say. Not someone you want to root for.
No, I was not rooting for her at all in the movie. Like I did not want her to like get back her baby brother basically.
Shoot, I wanted David Bowie to get some.
Yo, I wanted David Bowie to keep the baby. He treated him better than freaking Sarah did.
I was rooting for David Bowie to go and get the girl and everything, you know?
Wait, whoa. Weren't you just complaining earlier that he was way too old for her?
Yeah, but like, if she wasn't 15 and everything, chill, man, chill. It's not the way you think. Come on, man. It's not that complicated, dude.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
All right, Ben. So here's a question for you. Since this was technically a musical, what was your favorite song in the movie? I can probably guess. I don't even think.
Magic dance, put that baby spell on me. We're going to set him free.
Ben.
Huh?
You remind me of the Babe.
What Babe?
The Babe with the power.
What power? Voodoo.
The power of voodoo.
The power of the Babe.
Do what? Remind me of the Babe.
That was a good song. Good song.
When I was watching the movie, I put subtitles on, and whenever they were singing, they didn't subtitle the songs.
They didn't?
No.
Freaking.
So I didn't know what they were singing part of the time because I don't know, like just kind of how they were singing. I couldn't really hear the lyrics that well.
Yeah. I also really enjoyed the Stairway song.
Oh, when he was just singing?
It was very ominous and mysterious and
yeah. Dude, that scene when David Bowie's underneath the staircase and he goes whoop.
That was so cool. Ever since I was young, I was like, "Can I do that?" And so, as a little kid does, I had to.
Oh, he just went whoop. I wonder how they did the edit for that.
Yeah, I have no clue. You're asking the wrong guy.
I don't know. I would love to know how they did that edit.
I mean, I feel like they had just an image of him because he didn't really move throughout that whole transition.
Well, could there have been like some ropes or something attached to him that were like pulling him up against the staircase underneath, and then he planted his foot. How he planted his foot, he was able, like, they would pull the ropes maybe up, and he would kind of go with it, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. It'd be something to look into. I'm sure there's some explanation on it. I
don't know, but that was one of like my favorite edits. Was that bit right there?
Oh yeah, so super cool.
All right, my favorite song though. My favorite song was the Chili Down one.
That song was pretty good, even if I didn't really like the scene.
The
That was,
song was a bop though, man. Like I love the da 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 da. That was I don't know, I really liked it. I got goosebumps when that song came on.
okay, I just need to take a second and appreciate something real quick.
What?
I know we talked about it last week, but I've been listening to this new band called Adam and the Metal Hawks.
Okay.
Yo, yo, this band is like if Guns N' Roses and Jack Black had a baby.
So wait, no, you mean if Guns N' Roses and Tenacious D had a baby?
No, Jack Black.
Well, but Jack Black's band is called Tenacious D, is it
I
not?
know, I know. I said Jack Black.
Okay.
The dude sounds like if he does the tone right, he sounds a lot like Jack Black, but the style is very Guns N' Roses. I just had to
What was
sit there and
what was
appreciate
the band's name again?
Adam and the Metal Hawks, but they're like on Spotify and everything. It's AMH.
Oh, okay. Might check them out later.
He's all over TikTok for him going, "I'm getting ripped tonight." R.I.P. that, or like and start singing like the Pokemon theme song or
Wait! Oh, this guy!
yeah.
Oh! He did a bunch of TikToks trying to get Jack Black to sing with them.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was like day 50 of trying to get Jack Black to sing with us, and he would just sing kind of like Jack Black would.
Oh, he sounds like whenever he does those TikToks and everything, he sounds so much like Jack Black. It's unreal.
Yeah, I know. I'm guessing that's why they did like the trying to get Jack Black to sing with us or whatever TikToks, blah blah blah. Jack Black eventually did like respond to one of them.
That's because Jack Black is a freaking legend. That's my favorite boy. If you don't know it, go check it. Go check out Jabunski Games. That's his YouTube channel.
That's his YouTube
Pretty up.
channel. Boy be plugging other groups in here. What the hell, Ben?
I know, but like he's my dog. Jack Black is my boy.
Well,
Anyway,
maybe we'll eventually do a Jack Black movie on here.
let's do the polka.
Ooh,
Do the Polka King.
the Poke King one.
Yeah,
No,
have you even seen that?
isn't that a Netflix original movie?
Yeah, but it's like more of a serious role, but it's still Jack Black.
Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, let's get off of Jack Black. Let's get back to Labyrinth now. Come on now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I guess I'll ask, who was your favorite character?
Oh, favorite actor or whatever,
No,
or I guess.
no,
Oh, you want
we'll do
character?
we'll do character later, but no, favorite actor later, favorite character now.
Okay. Yo, dude, the fox,
Oh,
Oedipus or something like that, right?
oh, I can't remember what's his name.
I think it was.
Um, Labyrinth.
Pretty sure it was like Sir Oedipus or something like that. Oh,
Sir
Sir Didymus. Sir
Didymus.
Didymus. Oh, I loved him so much.
He was pretty great. He was like, "Yo, fight me. If you don't, you're a coward. Like, come on, dude."
And he was just like use like his little like cane or whatever. He just whack him. Whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, I like how they reused the dog from the intro.
Oh, I saw that! I saw that, and I saw that dog come out. I was like, oh wait, it's the dog from earlier.
It's Merlin, the
And
dog.
that also got me thinking: is this all in her imagination? Because it's her dog.
That's where I was thinking, and like earlier, I was searching for if the like the little doll character or the puppet characters were dolls in her collection or whatever, because I think the whole thing was like an imagination thing, but at the same time, Goblin King sort of made it real-ish, so she knew what was going on, but also it was like, "Oh, I gotta get through this. Ooh, who are you? Oh, whoa, imagination."
Yeah, Sir Didymus was my favorite character. Also, quick before we get to your favorite character, Ludo, the big guy,
Yeah.
reminds me of you so
What?
much.
What do you mean?
And just, I was like, the way he was talking and stuff, I was like, oh my god, that's Ben.
Ben no sound like Ludo.
You just the way he was like acting. It just reminds me of how you act sometimes. You're like, but you're like, you sometimes you're like, Ben don't want to do that or something like that. I was like, oh my god, it's Ben.
Oh my! I don't move turd looking rocks though.
With like his like Chewbacca yell.
Yeah. That I do really like Ludo. He's one of my favorites. But I have to say, Hoggle is my favorite.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him.
He was like one of those self-centered, prideful, do everything for yourself characters. But he went through more than that.
I understand. He was your classic, oh, I work for the guy, but then the main character of the movie turns me good and I help her now, sort of thing.
He was like he was the main character development in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Sarah was still a complete brat afterwards.
I bet it was supposed to represent Sarah. Like, Hoggle was supposed to represent how Sarah was, maybe.
Yeah, and like, don't. What are you doing? No, whatever.
Like how, like, Hoggle in the beginning of the movie was a self-centered, kind of like, oh, I'm gonna do bad stuff to help out whatever, blah, 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 blah. Or I'm doing things that only benefit me. Kind of like how Sarah was. No, I'm not saying like how, but how she was acting in during the movie. How she didn't like Toby, and she was like, "Why is he getting everything and not me?" Whatever.
Yeah, I hope you're not talking about Hoggle doing things for himself in the fairy scene in the very beginning.
No, 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 no. Like when he's trying to get the jewels and stuff, or like when he's like, "Oh, you think I'm your friend?" And then he dips on her. He's like, "I don't want to die."
Yeah, I was about to be mad if you started talking about the fairy scene because I was gonna call you out on not paying attention because the fairies were actually bad guys.
Yeah, they were dicks, right? And he was killing them or whatever.
Yeah, they were basically mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Just
that's what he
real.
said, or something like that. He's like, "Yeah, they're basically mosquitoes."
I liked Hoggle because he was sort of underdoggy. I'm a big advocate for the underdog.
I also was actually kind of surprised that because in the movie, David Bowie was like, "Hoggle, if the girl kisses you, I'll turn you into a prince or whatever."
And that's the first thing she did.
I know it wasn't even, and and then like as soon as like he just came back to save her. He didn't do anything. He just came back to save her. She's like, "Oh, Hoggle."
Yeah. She was handing out the kisses left and right.
Yeah, and I honestly thought that I was like, fully expecting like David Bowie to like change him into like a prince or something.
No, he was saying, "I'll turn you into the prince of stench," because of the bog of unending stench or whatever the name is called.
The bog of eternal stench or whatever. It was eternal something.
Yeah, he was like the prince of the bog of eternal stench. Ooh. And so that's whenever they got into the bog of eternal stench.
Yeah, give him smell poopy.
Smell bad.
Let's see. Okay, I guess let's do. Who is your favorite actor then?
Hoggle. You want to know?
Hoggle.
You want to know why?
Why?
I've got a
Why?
special fact about this one.
Why?
Did you know that the actor that played Hoggle was Jim Henson's son?
Oh, like who was in the suit?
No, the voice.
Or oh, the voice? Oh, yeah. I mean, I did read that, but like, no, I didn't know that.
Did you also see that Hoggle took 4 other people to run him, and he had like 18 mechanisms in his face to move his facial features?
Yeah, I saw that. That's freaking crazy. Honestly, this movie wasn't really good, but it was I would say it was more of a showcase at the crazy things like you can do with
Yeah.
like puppeteering.
And by the way, no, I'm not saying Hoggle was my favorite character. I just wanted to mention that fact because I was like, ooh,
Oh.
ooh, cool.
Okay, well then who is your favorite like actor?
Um, I there weren't too many to speak of.
Yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot. I mean, I'll let you count. Like, you can count the puppets too if you want.
Yeah,
Like the people who were playing as the puppets.
I'd say I I don't know their names or anything, but I'd say the guys that were running the orange guys, the campfire.
Oh, the Chili Down guys,
Yeah, I'd say the
Fire
guys
Gang.
who were running those puppets. Because good God, that was amazing.
Yeah.
The craftsmanship,
Uh.
the maneuvers,
Mm-hmm.
the spin move. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now.
When aren't you? Heyo.
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Hey.
I guess my favorite character, actor, whatever, was honestly David Bowie. David Bowie seemed like he was having a fun time doing this.
Yeah, he was totally in his element.
He was totally in his element. He seemed like he was having a lot of fun with it. Like again, when he was singing the song "Dance Magic,"
Oh yeah, he was
he just seems like he was just like just in it.
like imagine how awkward it would be to be dancing in front of like I'd say
Oh,
or so puppets.
it was like there was something I read. It was like 40 puppets. It was like 40 or 46 puppets in that scene.
Jeez Louise. I hope they like got a mold and like cloned a couple of them because that would be just too much work for such a scene.
Yeah, that's a lot of puppets. All right, Ben, it's time to start kind of wrapping this up. So, you got any final thoughts before you rate this movie?
Also, gonna have nostalgia behind this movie. So that just like our past few movies.
like robots. Oh, what did we do last time? The movie we did last time.
Back in action.
Yeah, Back in Action. This movie.
Yeah. All the movies that I have contributed have been nostalgic.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you contributed them, it makes sense. It only makes sense that if you and I are contributing movies to this list that we're going to be doing, and eventually maybe we'll take some recommendations from you folks out there.
I know one already.
Ooh, yeah, but like obviously we're going to have some bias towards a couple of these movies. But Ben, so what are your final thoughts on this?
Final thoughts. If your child's gonna watch it, just make sure they don't look directly at David Bowie because they might get nightmares.
I guess my final thoughts are I loved Jim Henson's work on this. It was fantastic. The setting, the puppeteering work, the characters, like the puppet characters, fantastic, amazing. The story and the plot, on the other hand, little iffy, little iffy.
Yeah, I will say I'm going to add on to my final thoughts. I thought that Goblin City was a bit useless. It was
Mhm.
bare. There wasn't much to it. It didn't have much flavor. It was,
Yeah, it did seem kind of. It seemed like I mean, even watching that scene, it looked like it was just set up for a big fight scene, which is what happened.
yeah, I was not too impressed with Goblin City itself. But
Yeah, especially it being like the big final place that they needed to. Well, I mean, the focus of the movie was the labyrinth itself.
yeah, so I'm giving it grace there. I'm just like, well, would like to see some cooler stuff, but okay. Like the whole journey was Goblin City and the castle, so I'm like, eh.
All right, Ben. Out of 10, what do you give this movie?
After further review recently and being older and finally understanding what the freaking movie was about, I'd say 5 or 6 out of 10.
Oh, I need. Come on, give it what 5.5 then?
Yeah, 5.5.
Dang, 5.5. Holy moly!
Were you expecting more or less?
I was expecting at least a little higher. Dang.
Okay, what's yours then,
Well,
Mister? I'm overcompensating.
uh, again, the puppet. I'm a huge Jim Henson fan, and And the puppeteering stuff in there was just out of this world, literally. And that alone is what is saving my score because of just the attention to detail on some of those puppets and some of the settings that they worked on. The story is what's dragging down this thing really
Oh yeah,
hard.
that's what's dragging mine down as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna have to give it probably a 6. No, nothing higher than a 6. I can't go any higher than a 6. The songs were good too. I liked the songs. The songs were good.
David Bowie, always a legend.
The songs were pretty good, but like just the story, it just didn't make sense, and it just pissed me. And like Sarah just pissed me off, and Toby pissed me off.
Yep.
David Bowie was the only human character that I didn't like mind. I'm not counting the mom and the dad because they were like in it for like 5 minutes.
But Barb Leahy though, dude.
But yeah, so I gotta give it a 6. So, our average is 5.75 for this movie.
You didn't need a calculator for that, dude.
Well, to get the decimals, I kind of did.
No, you didn't.
Shut up!
It says 0.2. What do you get when you take?
Shut up!
What's in between $5.50 and $6? Well, I don't know. For 25 cents.
Well, shut up, okay? I've had a long day. So, yeah, that's our lowest rated movie. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it's lower rated than, what was the movie we just watched?
Back in Action.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that it's lower than Back in Action.
Back in Action wasn't a extremely complicated plot.
No, and at least the story flowed.
Yeah. They're not impressed with the story of this movie.
No, I'm really not. All right, Ben. Well, I guess we got 2 more things before we go.
Yeah.
Number 1, Hot Wheel of the Week.
I gotta get one. I was not prepared.
Boy!
What's it say? Circle Trucker 1186 MJ.
Michael Jackson?
I don't know. It's very race car like. It's got a big orange 55 on the side and a checkered flag behind it. The whole thing is red. It's got Hot Wheels logo on the back tires. He's got Lana, Polk. It's got Dunn. It's got a target with an X. It's got a cursive B.
So this is another one that's got like a lot of like advertisers like all over it because it's like a race car.
They're quote unquote advertisers. They're no bigger than like a centimeter. No, even a millimeter big.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's like representing like a race car with advertisements on it.
Yeah, but it's kind of pickup trucky.
Oh, is it one of those like racing pickup trucks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It looks like that.
Pretty cool car, Ben.
Oh yeah.
All right, number 2, Ben. Let's pick our movie for next week. Give me a number between 1 and 16.
4.
All right, so I'll give a hint for this movie then, Ben. I'm trying to think of a hint for this movie, the 4th movie. I'm actually really excited to watch this movie. And I'll be watching it with you. Ooh!
What's coming down this weekend, by the way?
Oh, I gotta think of a vague term. This movie, the movie style is related to something. Okay, this movie is something that John Wayne would be a part of if he were to make a movie. Like this would be like a John Wayne style movie.
That does not help me at all because I have no clue what this movie is.
I can't really think of like a good hint off the top of my head. All I can think of is if John Wayne were to like make a movie, it'd be something like this movie.
Okay.
So for those who know who John Wayne is, it's good. This is a movie that he would probably work on or be on if he was younger, because it's a more modern movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, thank you everybody for listening. If you want to follow us at our Instagram, you can check us out at the Medium End Podcast, at the Medium End Pod on Instagram. We post some pictures there. We post our Hot Wheel of the Week on there. Give us a review. Give us 5 stars. We loved it. Leave a comment somewhere, either on the platform you listen to or on our Instagram. We love to hear reviews. Refer to a friend. But anyways, I'm Grant.
And I'm Ben.
And this is the Media Men Podcast. Thanks for listening, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Chilly down with the Media Men. Sit back with the Media Men.
No.
Put some earbuds on with the Media Men.
No. Cut.
What do you mean? That sounds perfect.
That's bad.